Hi. Earlier today I had a really pleasant walk to Glasgow Botanic Gardens because every month Glasgow Botanic Gardens has a book fair, and it's a very nice collection of sort of second-hand books and a few comics and maybe one or two graphic novels. I got told of three things from the book fair. First, and maybe the best, is Astounding Science, Fact and Fiction. It's a science fiction magazine from 1960. Although it does sort of look a bit earlier, I would say 50s if I was looking at that cover. Nice cover. It's got a novelette called Star Tiger by Christopher Anvil. It's got two short stories, Charlie DeMilo by Larry M. Harris and Ceasefire by Frank Herbert. And Frank Herbert is the author of June. It's got a piece of science fact called The Space Drive Problem by John W. Campbell Jr. I think he's quite an influential person in the world of science fiction. Serial Out Like a Light, which is some sort of ongoing story by Mark Phillips. An editor's page and brass tacks, which I think was letters. There's Ceasefire by Frank Herbert. The other book I got is also science fiction. It's a science fiction paperback, Thrace Born, or The Thrace Born by Andrew Lester. Sounds quite interesting. The storms were threatening when Pharaoh gave birth to his brother. The initial pangs came suddenly, a sharp pain slash across the lower abdomen. He cried out in mingled agony and joy. This would be his first labour, and the child felt strong and eager. Could the galaxy admit hermaphrodites like the Boreans to its exclusively male or female ranks? A survey sent to the planet to offer advice on this question found itself bitterly divided over the issue. Were the Boreans disgusting and unnatural creatures, as Head and Quinn maintained, or had they, as Val and Selena believed, already evolved way beyond such crude categorization? Only after the survey team had endured a perilous journey to the Borean mountains, only after love and tragedy, birth and death, had come among them, could they answer this question and begin to question themselves. So it does sort of sound a bit like, I think it's The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin, where it's sort of gender sort of focused science fiction. It's 158 pages, but I don't know when I'll get to this. Quite an interesting cover. Kind of looks more horror than science fiction. And speaking of covers, the last thing I got, they had a stand of quite a few bookmarks, science fiction bookmarks. And I got what I thought was the perfect fantasy bookmark. Sort of looks like a Viking tackling a dragon. I don't know who the artist is. That's the front cover of some fantasy book. There were fantasy books there, but there were both 2 and 3 of some series, and one of them was book 9 of a series, so I left those. The other books are books I have, like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and some classic books that I own. But I will leave the website down below, and they've got a timetable here. So if you're ever in Glasgow, Glasgow Botanic Gardens as well, with visiting, even if you don't have a book fair. But it's definitely worth checking out the book fair. So that was a very pleasant Sunday. Hopefully you've had a pleasant Sunday. Thanks for watching. Bye.